Well, hello. Welcome to Confidence and Corvettes. Hey, it's just a little talk that I have with all my friends as I cruise around in my dream car. When I was a little boy, I went out to the track with my dad, who had a Stingray Corvette, and I fell in love with the Corvette from the time I was a little boy. And I said in my heart, I remember praying a little prayer as a little boy, if I could just have a Corvette someday. And I guess when I was 34 years old, I bought my first Corvette. This is my third Corvette. And when they came out with the new Stingray, I said, man, this is the car for me. So whenever I take a little spin in the Corvette, I like to talk about the dynamics of confidence and Corvettes. So today I want to talk to you about something that Solomon realized, something that he discovered that really is a truth about life that you really need to understand. Ecclesiastes 10 verse 19, it tells us that money answers all things. Solomon observed this. Now, he asked God for wisdom to lead his people. And one of the things that I want you to realize is that, every problem that you're facing basically can be solved by two things. Either every problem you're facing has two solutions. Oh man, I'm sorry. I had to make a turn real quick and I was getting a little confused. But every problem that you're facing in your life, there's two types of problems. There's problems that money can solve, and there's problems that money can't solve. Sorry about that. So there's two types of problems. There's problems that money can solve, and then there's problems that money can't solve. But the majority of every problem that you're facing, if you really think about it, if you had more money, you could solve that problem. Now, there's problems that right now that you're facing that no amount of money can solve. And that's where you need a supernatural miracle. So it's either money or miracles, one of the two. For instance, my brother-in-law is in the hospital right now, and he was a Vietnam vet. He got sprayed with Agent Orange, and because of that, there's just a lot of stuff that he had wrong with his body, and probably within the next few days he's going to pass away. Well, I can empty my bank accounts and go up there and throw money on him, but it's not going to solve the problem. Now, if I need to some people, let's say in India, if you have cancer in your body, you don't have money, you can't go get medical treatment, now you got a problem. See that? There's some medical problems that can be solved with money, but let's say for this instant, no amount of money can solve this problem. So what he needs is a supernatural miracle from God to solve the problem. But many people, I find, are addicted to miracles. They want the miracles of God without the principles of God. And when you talk about money, money's all about developing your financial intelligence. So many times people just don't know. They lack money because they lack knowledge about money. They don't know how to make it, they don't know how to keep it, and they don't know how to multiply it. Those three things. And because they lack knowledge, they lack money. So I can trace lack in your life to a lack of knowledge somewhere in your life. You don't have something because you lack knowledge. You need knowledge to move into the new season. But I wanted to encourage you with this, with this thought. If God brought you $1 million miracle, say, for your problem, if that was the answer, you see, what would happen to most people is they would spend all the $1 million and then they need another miracle from God. Do you see? So sometimes a miracle isn't really your solution. What's really your solution is you need to get financial intelligence so that you can begin to get more money and build more money so that you can solve your problem. I'm hoping this is encouraging you today. Money, I believe Solomon's right. Money answers all things. Now, I've heard some people say, well, money can't solve everything. Money can't buy you love. How about that one, the Beatles? Money can't buy you love. Well, I understand what they're saying, but the truth is that, maybe there's a certain girl that you think is beautiful and she's not attracted to you. You can say, well, that money can't buy me that girl because she's not attracted to me. However, a lot of money, maybe you can't get that one, but when you have a lot of money, it gives you a lot more options. Even an ugly guy starts looking prettier when he's got a lot of money. Yeah, think about it. Ask Donald Trump, There's an attraction to money, to men who have money, even if you're old, even if you don't look the best. So money, that song's not true. Money can technically buy you love. It'll sure attract it to you. Somebody says, well, money can buy a house, but it can't buy a home. Well, yeah, that's a nice statement, but if you don't have no money, you can't buy a house. It's like, that's a stupid statement, man. I mean, I know it sounds cool, but it's really kind of dumb. So really, you look at everything, you say, well, money can't buy a friendship. Well, true, but I'm going to tell you, when you have money, there's been seasons in my life where I had money and I had a lot of friends. There's been seasons in my life where I had no money and I realized I didn't have very many friends. So I just wanted to let you know that no matter what you're facing today, if you really think about it, there's two problems in the earth. There's problems that can be solved with money. There's some problems that can't be solved with money, but the majority of your problems can be solved with money. So my question to you, what are you doing to learn how to make more money, keep your money, and multiply your money? I want you in a multiplying mindset, not a scarcity mindset like so many of these gurus are teaching people today. So I want you to do that, and I talk about this. I talk about a lot of this stuff in my new book, Confidence for Living Wealthy. I wrote chapters on building your financial intelligence. Now, it's not the only intelligence you need to build, but it's one of the pieces of the puzzle that you got to build in order to build a wealthy life. So I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, would you do me a favor? Just share it. Hit the share button. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what's going on. And I'll be so appreciative of that. It's Dr. J, Confidence and Corvettes. Here's one thing I'm confident about. That the more money I get, the more problems I'm able to solve. That's one thing I'm really confident about.